Hello, I'm teacher Ivan from Wunna Educational Services. I welcome you to this particular lesson where we are looking at the simultaneous equations. We shall look at how we solve simultaneous equations by three methods. Actually, there are four methods, but we are first of all looking at the three commonly used ones, and those are elimination method, substitution method, and matrix method. So before we look at how we solve them, let us look at what are they. What are simultaneous equations? Simultaneous equations are two or more equations with two or more unknowns, and these can be solved by either substitution method, elimination method, matrix method, or graphical method. So that shows that we have four methods of solving simultaneous equations. But in this particular episode, we shall be looking at the three major ones, which are substitution, elimination, and the matrix method. Let us start with the solution by elimination. So, in the solution by elimination, these are the simple steps that we take. Step one is we shall consider the two simultaneous equations, that is 3x plus 4y equaling to 7 and 2x minus 3y equals to -1. So these are the two equations that we are to solve, and they have two unknowns, and that means that solving these two equations is probably finding the values of the unknowns, that is x and y. Once we find the values of x and y, we would have solved the two equations. So these are the simple steps. Step one is we decide on which unknown to be eliminated, either x or y. Say we are eliminating x. That is our first step, to decide which one you are going to eliminate. So we have decided we are eliminating x. We come to step two. Step two is checking whether the coefficients of the unknown chosen in step one are the same. That is to say, in our first equation, the coefficient is 3. Coefficient simply means the numerical value that multiplies the variable or the unknown. So in equation 1, the coefficient is 3. In equation 2, the coefficient is 2, meaning they are not the same. And therefore, after notifying that they are not the same, we must make them the same. So that is our second step. If not, then interchange and multiply throughout. That is to say, we want to make the coefficients of x the same, so we interchange the coefficients and multiply throughout. That is, the 2 goes up, the 3 comes down, and now we multiply. The 2 multiplies everything in this particular equation. Similarly, 3 will multiply every term in this particular equation, hence giving us 6x plus 8y equaling to 14. And this one gives us 6x minus 9y equals to -3. So we have achieved the same coefficients of x. Let us look at what comes after that. That is step 3. Step 3 tells us to now add the two equations if The unknown chosen to eliminate has different signs, or we shall subtract if it has the same signs. So if you look at the unknown chosen, this one is positive, this one is positive, and therefore we've seen that if they are having the same signs, positive, positive, we shall subtract, whereby 6x minus 6x gives us a 0, and that's what we mean by elimination. Or if at all they were of different signs, assuming this was negative, this is positive, we could simply add. So that negative x plus negative 6x plus positive 6x could also give us a 0, hence eliminating x. So now that they are of the same sign, which is a positive, we shall subtract, and this is how we do it. When subtracting, 6x minus 6x gives us a 0, and 8y minus 9y, the minus and the minus multiplies to give us a positive, which therefore will give us positive 17y. And then 14 minus negative 3 gives us a positive, because minus and a minus will multiply to give us a plus, and therefore to be 14 plus 3, which is also a 17. And now we have eliminated the x. We are remaining with only y. So we get 17y equaling to 17. And now we divide by 17 on both sides to get y. So we have so far got one value, that is for y. And then now to get the value for x, we shall simply choose one of the equations and substitute for y, so that we get x. And that is now our step 4. So step 4 says, substitute in any of the equations to obtain the other value of the second unknown. In this case, that is x. So since we have got y as 1, therefore we are substituting in 3x plus 4y equaling 7. So once we replace y with 1, we get 3x plus 4 equaling to 7. We take away the 4, it becomes 7 minus 4, which gives us a 3, and therefore we shall have 3x equaling to 3. We divide by 3 to get the value of x, and that will be x equals to 1, and also y is 1. Please, you can always prove your answers before you leave. That is, if we substitute for x and y, we substitute x with 1, we substitute y with 1, that will give us 3 plus 4, which is a 7, meaning it is correct. So those are 4 simple steps of solving simultaneous equations by elimination. So my humble request is you also try out these ones using the 4 steps I've elaborated very well. And please, I'll be very thankful if you comment with your answers. Otherwise, that has been solution by elimination. I'm teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. I please kindly request you to subscribe, and if at all you have subscribed already, you hit the bell such that you get notified whenever we have a new lesson. Please join us so that we learn together. And if at all you have already hit the bell, then comment and share, like, and always follow us on different social media platforms. We are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, Instagram, and so on. Otherwise, see you in the next lesson where we shall be looking at the solution by substitution. Bye bye.